Alrighty, I hope you're ready for this deck and as excited as I am to play this. It's something special. So, today I'm bringing you the biggest Pauper deck I've ever made. And we're going with the specific number of 420 cards in deck. And with the mana base of 69 forests, 69 plains, 6 mountains, and 9 swamps. I think like 15 islands or something, but basically the perfect mana base. Don't worry about that. And so basically the idea behind this deck, it started in the Discord. We just wanted to make the most meme deck possible. And so kind of given this deck size and this mana base considerations, I want to build kind of the best possible deck I can with those constraints. And so the first thing people are going to turn to when they think of running, a deck 420 cards big is probably Mystical Teachings. And this card is certainly the best card in the deck. It just finds anything. And with the deck this big, anything means really anything. Like, when you cast Mystical Teachings, you're basically just looking through your collection for what card would be best in this situation, which is what makes this deck so much fun. It's kind of like a puzzle, right? You're always trying to sculpt the game in a way where you can win. And your resources are pretty, open-ended. So the games end up pretty fun. But we only have 4 Mystical Teachings, 4 Merchant Scroll. So the odds of us drawing Mystical Teachings in any given game with a deck size this big is pretty low. That's where Plan B comes in, and Plan C. Plan B, aside from casting Mystical Teachings, is to just flood the board with value creatures. So Squadron Hawk's probably the one you're most familiar with, but there are a lot of creatures of this effect where basically you play one and you get a bunch more into hand. And they give you a lot of card advantage, right? You cast 1 Squadron Hawk, you effectively draw 3 cards. Now, those cards are they're little creatures, but it adds up over time. So, like I said, Squadron Hawk's the most familiar, but there are other cards, cards like Legion Conquistador and Battalion Foot Soldier, where you cast 1 and you get the rest of them into your hand. There's also Screaming Seahawk. Probably the most important one is Aurochs Herd. It's a 6 mana 4/4 trample. And when it attacks, it gets +1/+0 for each other attacking Aurochs. So just putting a couple Aurochs Herds in play is a great way to win the game. And you only need 1 to start the chain, right? You play 1, get another, play 1, get another. So Aurochs Herd does that. There's cards like Screaming Seahawk, Self-Assembler, Howling Wolf. There's a lot of creatures with this effect. Llanowar Sentinel is particularly interesting. You don't have to cast them. You just play 1. And then they all come into play. But so look how many 3-drops we have, right? So many lands too. This deck is amazing. Anyway, there's a lot of creatures of this type of effect where you just kind of play 1 and you get a ton into your hand. So with the deck size of 420, in Limited, one of the biggest concerns when running Battalion Foot Soldier is, well, what if you have 2 in your opening hand or you draw 3, With a deck size this big, the odds of drawing 2 of any of these one type of creatures are very, very low. But since we're running 4 copies, the odds of drawing 1 are actually pretty high, right? The odds of drawing a Battalion Foot Soldier or Legion Conquistador or Squadron Hawk or Welkin Hawk or Howling Wolf, any of those in one given game are pretty high. I think almost every single game I end up with 1 of them. So that's Plan B, is just play those dudes, get a lot of value. A lot of opponents are playing cards like Disfigure, Lightning Bolt. If they're Lightning Bolting your 2/2 that drew you 3 cards, you're kind of getting ahead and buying time for, the late game engine. Plan C, or I don't know, it doesn't really matter. This is also a good plan, is the Rebel sub-theme. So Rebels is a tribe that basically they can tutor themselves out of your deck. So you play a Rebel for 4 mana and tap. You can search for a Rebel permanent card and put it into play. So you don't even have to cast it. So once you get 1 Rebel in play, you can tutor up another Rebel. And the Rebel you tutor up can be another Rebel that tutors up more Rebels. So basically if you have 1 Rebel in play, you can just keep doing this. You have 2, and then you have 4, and then you keep going. Within how much mana you have. So we have a lot of Rebels. Amru's Scout is probably the best. Then we have the Lieutenant that can also tutor Rebels. We have, I think, Defiant Falcon as a flyer that can tutor Rebels, and then Blight Speaker can also grab Rebels. So really the chain starts where you play 1 and you usually end up wanting to have 2 or 3 in play. That way it's really hard for your opponent to kill all of them. And the safest one to always get is the Lieutenant. That way you don't just die to Electricity and all your rebels. So you like get the Lieutenant, you get a couple, but then we have a lot of like random value rebels in the deck, like Lightbringer. If they have a black creature, you just put Lightbringer into play at end of turn, untap, exile like their Gurmag Angler, which is really good. Probably the best rebel that I've seen is Nightwind Glider. It's a 2/1 flying, protection from black. Really, really good against mono black decks or like black control decks that are trying to control the board with like Pestilence and stuff. You just have this in play, they can't kill it, and you just keep attacking them. So we have that. We have a couple other things like a Wrathy Trapper we can get that's a rebel. Even Riftwatcher gains life. What else? There's another one. Bound in Silence is a rebel aura. Stop creatures from blocking, and maybe we should have more than one of these. Like I said, this is kind of the meme build of the deck, and actually I'll make a deal with you guys. If this deck does well in this video, you can comment if you would like to see this. I will kind of fine-tune this to be more competitive. You know, maybe we don't run 420, maybe like 200 cards is close to optimal with a better mana base. Because from playtesting this deck, it seems pretty good with this build, and I think if we tuned it, it would be better. So if this deck does well in this video and you guys want to see it, I'll fine-tune it to try and make it competitive. We'll run it through a league and I'll live stream it, which should be a lot of fun because this deck leads to some really wild games. Yeah, so that's all the rebel stuff. We have some more in the sideboard that we'll talk about later, but basically you play rebels and you just kind of win the game that way. So we have like 3 different avenues. Oh, actually there's more. We have an aura package as well. So Heliod's Pilgrim searches for auras and puts it into her hand, as well as Totem Guide Heartbeast. Heartbeast is spelled very weird, I just noticed. That seems wrong. Anyway, they can tutor up auras. So we have like a bunch of random auras like Spider Umbra. There's like a Cartouche of Strength in here somewhere. Right here, yeah. Kind of like as removal. Snake Umbra if you want to draw cards. I believe I have a Quicksilver Dagger here, Armadillo Cloak. So we have a bunch of random auras that are also quite useful that we can tutor up. So, you know, every game's going to be very different, and you're going to have like all these cards at your disposal that you can kind of hopefully craft a game that is beneficial for you. The downside of running a deck this large is just the nature of statistics. We're running 185 lands, so you know, when you flood, you can literally draw 100 lands in a row, and that's a problem. It's unlikely. It's very, very unlikely, but, you know, in a constructed deck, the most lands you could draw in a row is like 20. We could draw 180 lands in a row before we draw any spells. So that's kind of the limiting issue with this build of the deck, but it still is really good. And I read through every single instant card in the Pauper format. I found some really spicy ones like Lava Storm. 2 damage to each creature who's attacking or blocking, you get to choose. So like opponent just swings with a bunch of Mold Drifters. You Mystical Teachings for Lava Storm, kill them. Probably my favorite card is Resounding Silence. So it's for 8 mana. Sounds like a lot, but you get to exile 2 attacking creatures, and since you cycle it, you draw a card. And the most important part about this card is the effect happens when you cycle it, so it's actually uncounterable. So if you get up to 8 mana, you just hold this up. Opponent can't do anything. Maybe Stifle or something's legal in Pauper, but nobody plays it. So this is unstoppable. And then we have Resounding Thunder as well as a way to close out games. When you cycle it, it just does 6 damage to something. So playing against a control deck, they have all their mana up ready to counter stuff. You just cycle it, do 6 to their face. They can't do anything. So we have a lot of silver bullets like that. Some main deck Graveyard Hate, stuff like that. Oh, there is one more tutor package here with Fierce Empath. So it's a 3 mana 1/1 that searches for a creature with converted mana cost 6 or greater. So we have quite a few 6-drops. The one I usually tutor for is just an Aurochs Herd, so you can just start kind of like building advantage. But Krosan Tusker is pretty nice. If you want an 8/8, you can play a Marasa Behemoth. You know, there's some other stuff, Bulwark Giant to gain life. Ivory Giant is in here, like if you're playing against a deck that's trying to block, and you have a giant board state of like, you know, a bunch of Howling Wolves or something, you could just tutor up Ivory Giant, play it, tap all their guys. That's the idea, at least. We'll see how it goes. And then, you know, some big finishers. So that's kind of the main deck, and there's a bunch of one-ofs here in this deck that I can't go through every one, otherwise we're going to be here all night. So probably just wait and see the games, and you'll see a lot of the cards we have, like Reaping the Graves is kind of nice. Strangling Soot is a really sweet card. Just a lot of card advantage. If you Mystical Teachings for this, kill 2 things. I tutor this card up a lot, at least in testing. And then onto the sideboard. So the sideboard is pretty much just Instants and Rebels, because those are the cards we have like the most access to. So we have 2 more Lightbringers against black decks and a Nightwind Glider, just in case we need more protection from black, because these cards are very good. So being able to tutor up multiples is nice. 1 Rally of the Peasants, which maybe should be in the main deck, but mostly for matchups where we think we're going to be racing. It's just nice to be able to tutor up like a team pump out of nowhere. Patricia's Scorn against enchantments or boggles or something like that, even though we already have Ray of Revelation. We already have this card, but maybe you need more. Obviously blue, red Elemental Blast. Trickery is in the sideboard because we have Holy Light in the main deck. This card's just easier to cast. And the -1/-1 is actually a lot better against particularly Riverboa from Stompy, because they can't regenerate through it, it just dies. So I like it better in the main, but I mean, you could just run both. There's like literally a million ways to build this deck. Whiplash Chopper against Stompy or any other like green deck that tries to put enchantments, just bounce the big creatures back to hand. We have 3 cards to kill flyers. Stinging Shot, I found this card and I was like, why is no one playing this? This seems like a pretty nice answer to flyers. For 1 mana, just put 3 -1/-1 counters, so it doesn't even deal damage, so Prismatic Strands can't save it. Seems pretty nice, and then if it's bad, you can cycle it. Relic Crush, just to kill 2 artifacts or enchantments, and then, I don't know, I found this card, I want to try it. I at least want to cast it 1 time. You attack with a creature, and then if they block it with like a bunch of stuff, you can regenerate your guy and kill everything that blocked it. Seems okay. Maybe it's too cute, but we're playing a deck that's all about silver bullets, so I at least wanted 1 of those. So that's kind of the deck. Again, I don't want to go too much in depth and explain every single card because, White Mane Lion, I guess I'll explain this one. It has Flash, and Mystical Teachings can get a card with Flash, so that's why that's in there. But yeah, I don't want to explain every single card in the deck because we'll be here all night from me explaining it. So we're just going to go into the matches, and kind of on theme with playing a big deck, I'm going to play a lot of matches, so you'll get a lot of content to watch if you want to. And then, again, if it does well, we'll run it in a league. Oh man, I'm scared for that. We'll see how good it is first, and then we'll decide from there. See you guys round 1. Alright, we're playing against the Shizel. We're going to go first. Yeah, that's their name. We got Mystical Teachings and a Lieutenant, so this is kind of the dream start. Tell our opponent good luck. Ooh, they have pretty islands. Are they playing mono blue? It feels like you're playing mono blue if you have the John Avon full art lands, which means counterspells aren't that good. Show game log. 1 bottom, 1 top. Como siempre. Alright, let's hit a blue eventually. It's not like super necessary if this card can survive. They have red. That's not as good. Red means this probably dies. Island. Okay, well, now we have late game and such. I can't think of a reason to not attack here. And they're not burning it. Okay, well, we might get to see another day. Nope. Rough Beats. This card never survives. It makes sense. If it does, we pretty much just lock down the game. Now they can have Counterspell up. I don't really want to run my Daru Cavalier into Counterspell, so we'll wait. I don't really know what their deck does yet. Because the longer the game goes, the closer we get to start teaching chains. Pieces of the puzzle. Oh, is this like a storm deck? What is going on? Ojitai summons accumulated knowledge. Okay. Yeah, they're just like blue-red value. I like it. Island. Dude. Alright, I want to play this mountain. Play you. Start the Cavalier train. And if our opponent taps out for Ojutai summons, we actually get to put Snake Umbra on a Daru Cavalier. And that's like pretty good. My biggest regret with these type of creatures, as opposed to like the Squadron Hawks, is we only get one copy. So like, basically if at any point our opponent counters them, the value train stops. Which I don't like so much. They bolt, oh no. I don't get to Snake Umbra, but that's okay. Because again, if they tap out for Ojutai summons, then we get to Daru Cavalier again, and then we just keep gaining value. And we eventually have to find a way to deal with the 2/2 flyers they're going to make. I'm assuming they have like no creatures if they're playing pieces of the puzzle. Is this an instant? No. Okay. Sure. I'm not going to let them run out counterspells on me. This should be a very interesting game, to say the least. How did they scry? One bottom, one top. I should just not even check. I should just assume. Basically, I'm always just checking to see if they scry double bottom or double top, because those give you the most information. Still don't think I need to cast anything, although having single white here is pretty awkward. Let's wait. There's no point. They're not playing any pressure, so there's no point in me playing spells yet. And I haven't seen any instant speed card draw from them. So here they probably tap out for Ojutai summons holding up counterspell. Okay. What do you got? Oh, the old pieces of the puzzle reveal is there too. Which I think was this. Oh my gosh. I think I can get it from the game log. They get Ojutai summons and preordained. So now they have 2 copies of Ojutai summons. Okay. Well, we're gonna draw blue eventually. And then this will be good. I'm just not even gonna look. We're gonna assume preordained does what it does. And now they have to discard, which is good for me. Okay, Evolving Wilds. I don't really see the need to do anything. I just want to pressure their mana on a turn where they have to like... Basically, they have to do something. They can't just sit there because I'm going to win with the clock. Or with deck size. So, like, we need to wait for a turn where, like, this turn they cast pieces of the puzzle. They only have 3... Or Ojutai summons. They only have 3 mana up, so they can't stop everything. And resolving a Mystical Teachings here will be really good. Yes, we are the full 5 colors, don't worry about it. Okay, Borrowed Grace is interesting. Let's play the Wood Shaper. I feel like that card's more likely to get countered. I just have to use my white mana. Okay, Exclude is kind of rough, but I think I'm just going to Teachings for Teachings. Yeah. Eventually we can get that Lava card that does 2 damage to each attacking creature. They'll never expect it. So here... See, now things get a little weird though, because they're going to make a 2/2 and then play another Ojutai summons and make another 2/2. So maybe I should have run out Daru Cavalier into Exclude instead of the Wood Shaper. But we'll see. I think it is in their best interest to play another one. It's not in my best interest. I would prefer that they don't, but... Okay. I was just about to say basically any draw except for a Forest is great here. Forest is pretty rough, but at least I can play a Cavalier and still hold up Mystical Teachings Flashback. Search for another one. Go ahead. So they bolt the Cavalier. They don't bolt the Cavalier. But these Jin Monks are becoming quite problematic. I basically have to go like Teachings Flashback, untap and draw something. Resounding Silence is my... It's uncounterable, so they can't interact with it, but only deals with 2 Jin Monks. And it costs 8 mana as well. Go to 12. Flashback Teachings. Gets countered. Main deck Dispel. Okay, that's kind of sweet. Spring Bloom Druid. So that can get us the red mana. There's no way they tap out of counterspells though. Let's start here. Snake Umbra on Daru Cavalier. Borrowed Grace to pump his toughness. So now they decide, do they counter this? And if they do, Spring Bloom Druid can get red, and then maybe I can resolve the card. Oof, okay. So that was a solid... Is that a 4 for 1? No, it's a 3 for 2. And I have to Spring Bloom Druid here. I die if they have 4 points of burn, but fortunately 4 points of burn is hard to come by. Oh, they're actually going to counter this? Oh, they have exclude. Yeah, exclude makes sense. Yep. This is a rough matchup. So basically now I just have to naturally top deck a mountain, or just die to bolts, I'm not sure. Pieces of the puzzle. God, I don't know what any of these... I gotta dismiss all. And then we're just gonna go for the game log to show us what's going on. Deep analysis and counterspell. Alright. Given that they have counterspell, I'm probably just dead. They just hold up counterspell and then I can't win. Them killing the lieutenant, if that had survived, I think I would have been able to do it. This deck is sweet though, I really like it. Sky Shroud Sentinel. Alright. Let's... I guess I just have to teachings on their turn. I don't know what I can get, but we're gonna try. Okay. It's weird only attacking with that many. It's like they know what card is in my sideboard or something. They let me have it. Man, if I had 2 more mana here, Resounding Silence exile those. Opponent feels real silly. At the moment, I don't think there's much I can do. Oh, that's good. Oh, you know what I can do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's get Gnaw to the Bone. That's pretty good, because they can counter it, but this buys me, like, infinite time. If they have 2 counter spells, then I lose, sure. They might have 2 counter spells. In fact, I think they do, because I believe the one that I saw had different artwork. Alright, that is, that's how you lose, I guess. That was all 4 counter spells, I think. Their graveyard doesn't even make sense to me. Alright, on to game 2. So what do we bring in here? Aerial Volley, Crossbow, Ambush, Stinging Shot, Red Elemental Blast. That's kind of it. As far as sideboard goes, getting rid of enchantment seems bad. Test of Fate seems very good. Ancient Grudge seems bad. Aether Toe, I guess, is like marginally playable. Vidalcan Dismisser seems pretty bad, and I guess Ivory Giant's okay. Blinding Beam can buy us time. There's got to be 1 card I'm missing here. Oh, Exclude. Exclude seems like it has 0 targets in their deck. Alright. Going first. Let's do it. Double Teachings. Saltfield Recluse. Well, we need a land. And good luck to opponent. Double Teachings is kind of... The odds of that are so low. I can't mulligan this. And they mulliganed. Beautiful. So hopefully we can get them to like use removal on Saltfield Recluse. And then try to play around Exclude. Exclude is really, really good against our deck. Because all of our card advantage is based around resolving creatures. So if they can counter a creature and draw a card at the same time, that's very hard to deal with. Okay. We would like to draw no more forests. Just draw basic island next turn. That would be pretty nice. But we got a couple turns, right? Their deck is very slow and Mystical Teachings is really good in the late game. Also, our deck should... When we revamp the deck, basic or bounce lands are definitely coming in. Ooh. Well, Undo Giant is our blue source if we can get it when they're tapped low. So I saw Counterspell, Exclude, and Dispel in their deck. Probably they have like Negate. I don't know if bringing in Negate is good against me, but Exclude is rough. Like if they just go untapped land, go, I can't play it. But if they just play their tapped land in past turn, Undo Giant getting blue is really powerful. And the 4 toughness on Undo Giant is actually really good. What do they... Oh, they're going to ice a land on upkeep? No, that's gross. Fine. Now they get to hold up Exclude. Borderland Ranger. No! Come on. I mean, I know it's pretty likely that I get screwed just because of how my deck is, but it's a lot of forests. Okay, tapping low. If they don't have an untapped land, we can play through and Exclude. Alright, let's do it. Please ice my planes. I would choose for that to happen. Sure. Boom! Planes. Undo Giant. Give me that white or blue mana. So I get what their deck is trying to do, and I really like it. Like, I might try a deck like that. Island. Attack for 1. The downside of, like, every control player I play against is, like, we seem to just win off the clock every time. Like, if we win this game, they're not going to have time to win game 3. Which is kind of like, our deck is so grindy that it just kind of requires a lot of time from our opponents. They could just slam at Ojutai's summons here. Pieces of the puzzle. Alright, so I need to make sure I reset this. Wow, they can pieces of the puzzle for double pieces of the puzzle? That seems good. So dismiss all. Accumulated knowledge goes in the graveyard. But they have to discard. Discard Firebolt. Preordain. You know your hand is good when you're discarding Preordain to hand size. Ooh, Mold Shambler. That seems very good. I'm not going to cast that right now. I want to cast Mystical Teachings. Because, I mean, they obviously have Counterspell up. So I just want to burn their 2 mana. And then resolving Mold Shambler killing Izzet Boilerworks. That'll set them back pretty far. I'm going to turn off auto yields. I want to be able to cast Teachings. Okay, they're cycling. Do I want to cast Teachings here? I think so. Oh no, they have Dispel. Oh, that was a huge mistake. Okay, they don't. Whew. Good, good. It was not a mistake. Played perfectly. Alright, Blue Elemental Blast is not the one I want. I want Red Elemental Blast, but I don't have red mana. I can get Teachings. Echoing Decay is kind of the secret. I think I'm just gonna Teachings for Teachings. 2 can play this card advantage game. And then if we draw a red source, we can Teachings for Red Elemental Blast to resolve our Mold Shambler. Right? Like, pieces of the puzzle doesn't really do anything because their hand is just going to be full of stuff. And if they tap out, they're about to lose a bunch of lands. Right? What do you got? Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt. And yeah, they got rid of pieces. So they just have double Bolt. So they can Bolt, Swiftwater Recluse, and then hold up 2 mana. Firebolts, okay. Red mana. Stop drawing forests! My gosh. We attack for 2. There's no rush. Mold Shambler will be good pretty much at any point, and we know it's almost guaranteed that they have a counterspell in their hand. So we're just going to play it patiently. Keep playing Teachings. Okay. Well, now they have to play a spell, otherwise they have to discard. I'm cool with them discarding the hand size. Yeah, I'm not even going to Teachings end of turn, because they have to discard. It's the same type of card advantage. Yeah, they're discarding Lightning Bolts. That's very good. Ooh, Fierce Empath. I like that. So we just attack for 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because they can have Exclude plus Counterspell. Yeah. Pass turn. Now we get to end of turn Mystical Teachings. Because now they're down to 7 cards. So now playing into their counterspells makes a lot more sense. And I think if Mystical Teachings resolves, I'm going to get an Evolution Charm. Ojutai's Summons. So let's Teachings right now. That way they have less information. Okay, that resolves. What's a good instant or card with flash? I have so many cards to look through. Keep Watch is funny. Blinding Beam is okay. Aerial Volley. Unmake. Strangling Soot is pretty nice. Shelter. Sagittarius Volley. Resounding Thunder and Silence I like. Where's the Charm? Evolution Charm I think is the one I want. That way I can get a Swamp. I can also give target creature flying. Probably not going to use that mode, but it is an option. Then we Evolution Charm for a land. So they can counter this, but then they're going to get hit by Mold Shambles over there. Good old Shambly Moles. Swamp. I could have also gotten Manamorphose, but I want permanent black mana, because I want to Echoing Decay these Jin Monks. So now we test the waters with Fierce Empath. Of course we draw the Swamp. Okay. All of this seems pretty good so far. I'm leaning towards Riverwheel Aerialists, but Aurochs Herd is also kind of awesome, as is Bulwark Giant. Aurochs Herd is basically a must counter though, so let's do that. We can race pretty well with an Aurochs Herd. Attack for 2. Pass turn. I think we're doing this. I hope we're doing this. So they've used 1 Lightning Bolt. So they have 3 more Lightning Bolts potentially in their deck. Okay. I will take 2. I think I'm just going to get Resounding Silence off the Teachings flashback. That's uncounterable. Depending on what they do. If they don't play anything, then definitely that. If they get more Jin Monks, then we're going to try and tap them out and then Echoing Decay them all. Okay. Oh no, I messed up. I don't know what's what. We're just going to look at what the game log says again. They've double exclude, okay. Exclude. Oh, interesting. They didn't want Ojitai summons. They just went with accumulated knowledge and exclude. Okay. I'm gonna flashback teachings. They have to discard a hand size, but that's okay. Wow, that just snap resolved. Yeah, I like resounding silence. Then they can't really attack. That is the ultimate sideboard card. So we definitely beat this opponent through time. This probably is going to be a theme. This deck is just very hard to play against if we get going, and part of the other benefit is it makes your opponent lag, I think. Ooh, and we have an Amaru Scout. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So they have a single exclude up, but not two. I think I just wait. I don't have to cast anything. And we know they're holding up exclude, so like they're at 11 life. That's really, really low. Sure. I don't really know what you can even draw to at this point. You have one Ojitai summon in the graveyard, so I guess there's two more in the deck. But in order to play them, they have to tap out. If they attack, I resounding silence. Maybe they don't realize how cycling works. Attack. Attack with both. Attack with both. You have to race. And the nice thing here is if they do nothing, I could just get to flashback teachings, right? Sure. Flashback teachings. So I think at this point I probably just want to get Echoing Decay. No, I'll get another teachings. And then I'm going to cast this teachings. And this one's going to grab Echoing Decay. Spell Pierce. They have Spell Pierce in their deck? Weird. Oh, that was a good use of Spell Pierce. Defiant Falcon. Alright, let's attack. When it falls down to 9 life. That's like very low. In fact, I can teachings for... Oh, I need red mana, but I could teachings for the other resounding card that does 6 damage to any target. Because it's cycling, so it's actually an uncounterable effect. So now they attack, now I eat 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, you and you. And I get to draw a card. Ooh, Gift of Orzhova is actually pretty good. Plains is also a very good draw. So let's go... they just have a lightning bolts and stuff. Let's Gift of Orzhova on Fierce Empath, I guess. Undo Giant's already good, so I want to make them have to bolt this. Yep. We attack. I think I tapped wrong. I wanted to play both my Scout and my Falcon this turn. Opponent's at 7. They just have exclude up though, so we just pass turn. We can flashback teachings. They have 2 firebolts in the graveyard, so that is something to look out for. Let's flashback teachings right now. 5, 6. I can't believe they have Spell Pierce in their deck. That's ridiculous. How many counterspells have they used? Actually 0 counterspells, so their hand just has to be full of counterspells. Moment's Peace is funny. I only actually have 2 creatures that died. Resounding Thunder, so I need a red source for Resounding Thunder to be lethal. So we'll wait for that. What do I even want here? I think Strangling Soot is pretty good. Basically I want something that has like reuse later on for value. I don't have Miscalculation. I need double blue. God, my mana's so bad. I guess I get Manamorphose. Alright, I fall to 12. Firebolt. They can't kill me, right? Let's attack. How do I do this? Let's Manamorphose. I think I can do this. Manamorphose. We had red blue. We Mystical Teachings. 4, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So we Mystical Teachings, they let this resolve, and then they die. Yes, okay. This is how we win. You ready? Resounding Thunder. Got there. That's lethal. Uncounterable 6 damage. And that's how you win a game of Magic. Perfect bait. And they time out, so game 3 is basically not happening. The old Resounding Thunder for the win. That's amazing. I'm just gonna well, I guess if opponent wants to try and play a 1-minute game, they can. Alright, If they're down, I'm down. No, okay. Yeah, we won that match against a legitimate control deck. Resounding thunder for the win. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Mauritius. This is definitely a keep. Pilgrim's Eye can find a plains, and with the plains, our whole hand is completely unlocked. Playing against, assumedly, Jeskai, which will be an interesting matchup. Fierce Empath is also nice. Maybe it's Boros Monarch. Yeah, I don't know. They both look the same so far. Plains. Okay, Forest was actually pretty good still, because that unlocks Fierce Empath, which will have value later. We can get like an Aurochs Herd, start going off there. Alright, so it's probably Boros Monarch. Yeah, Secret of the Way makes sense. There's our plains. Go plains into Pilgrim's Eye. So I can get another white source off Pilgrim's Eye or a red mana. I think I just like getting another white source, then we can double Squadron Hawk next turn. Go. Or honestly, Daru Cavalier might just be good against them. Like, I know it's unlikely that the first strike gets to like protect. I think I am gonna block here, by the way, because we have unlimited 1/1 flyers, and it's not like we're racing. They're gaining like 1,000,000 life. Yeah, I'll block. Ooh, Wrecking Ball. If I'd gotten a red source, we could have killed that, but I think right now I'm just gonna play Daru Cavalier. Grab another Cavalier. The 2/2 blocks really nicely. Probably not blocking right now, but maybe next turn, Totem Guide Harpies can do something too. I imagine it's just gonna get bolted. No. Mono Prophetic Prison beatdowns. Still no lands for the opponent. We take 3. That's okay. Because with double Cavaliers, we're like, you know, the more of these we get in play, the less likely it is they can get through for damage. Alright, they did hit a land, but not the best land. Ooh, Gift of Orzhova. Unfortunately, we can't Pentarch Ward and then play that, because Pentarch Ward would delete this. So let's just go plain Totem Guide Heartbeast. And Cartouche of Strength is interesting. So is Faith's Fetters. Cartouche of Strength is better for our curve. So let's do that. Pass turn. Double Seeker. So what can they have here? Skred? I guess they could have double Skred. So I think I wait. I think we go with Ondu Giant into Squadron Hawk. There's no reason to like go for the Cartouche yet. We don't know what's in their hand. Now we're gonna get a mountain so we can like Wrecking Ball, probably a creature. Mountain, play Squadron Hawk, grab 2 copies. The opponent sent me a message. They probably looked at my deck size. Okay, so they didn't look at my deck size. And then we pass turn. I don't think there's any real reward for attacking here. They're at 26, so racing is basically impossible. Okay, so they bounce the Bajuka Bog. That seems like a weird one to bounce when your mana's screwed. But maybe they want to make sure my graveyard goes away. Okay. Probably have to Wrecking Ball that one, but they tapped out. And with them tapped out, we can kind of do whatever we want. Go Plains. I'm going to go Cartouche of Strength. Oh, no, I'm going to go Gift of Orzhova on, I guess, the Totem Guide Heartbeast, right? Does this pump them up? Yeah. Here, and then 1, 2, 3, yeah. So pump you up. Cartouche of Strength. White you. So we gain 4 life. Then we attack and we gain more life. And now the race is in our favor because we have a 4/7 flying lifelink. Get the last Squadron Hawk. Your go. I love this deck already. Alright, so they are going to double bolt my Heartbeast, which makes sense. I guess I could just have 6. There's no reason to do anything else. And that's kind of why we attacked, right? We figured they would be doing this. But we gained a bunch of life. I think we gained 8 life. So we can just take this hit, then Wrecking Ball the Guardian of the Guild Pact, and then we have a bunch of like first strikers and 2/4s against Secret of the Way. Yep. And then Fierce Empath, I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so next turn our play sequence is going to be Wrecking Ball on Guardian of the Guild Pact, and then Fierce Empath for probably Aurochs Herd, but Bulwark Giant is also a possibility. I guess I block here. Gaining 5 is kind of valuable. Me and opponent are chatting. I don't usually try to spend too much time showing the chats. I do them in between recording, that way you guys don't get bored. There's Croson Tusker's good too. So let's kill this. 3, 4. Then we play Fierce Empath. Yeah, this has got to be Aurochs Herd. That's just so much card advantage. Attack for 1, pass turn. And 4/4 is like pretty big. So Bajuka Bog exiles our graveyard, not a big deal. I guess I block. If they play 2 spells, like what are they playing? Lightning Bolt on both my 1/1s? Oh, I guess just a Lightning Bolt, but then sure, like that's fine. They're going to run out of removal eventually, and that's where we take over with good old Aurochs Herd, the strongest card ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I'm gonna cycle this Croson Tusker. No. Yeah, let's actually do this. Cycle and get a forest. Okay. Oh, did I play a land? That's a problem. I really wanted to play my Aurochs, but I guess we messed that one up. Yeah, I played the mountain first. Okay, that was the mistake. Get the Cavalier, play the Hawk. I guess we hit for 2. Opponent's down to 2 cards, like not much they can have. Pumping up Seeker. Seeker of the Way is a really good card, especially in this deck. Like, it's just doing work. Okay, Skyfisher is somewhat of a problem. We're gonna have to like triple block it with Hawks or something. So now I kind of regret attacking with the Fierce Empath. Opponent's just going off with this Astrolabe. Is it worth saving 5 life? I think so. We can, we'll win the late game. Like, it's almost guaranteed that we win the late game. Well, it is guaranteed by deck size, but with all these Aurochs Herds and stuff too, like, we're just going to win the late game. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aurochs Herd. Well, yes, I would like another Aurochs. Then for mana efficiency, we can play the Cavalier. I was gonna say for deck thinning, but deck thinning does not matter. Very, very small margins here. Then we pass turn. Ooh, Faithless Looting. Okay, that's pretty spicy. Really good way to get rid of excess lands. And they play Astrolabe. Interesting that they played the land there instead of flashing back, like holding it to flashback Faithless Looting. Probably just an oversight, but now they have no attacks. So this is where the Aurochs come out to play. Play the Aurochs Herd, get more Aurochs. Let's play Yavimaya Granger into Squadron Hawk. And I guess with this one I want to get my second swamp. We go Island, Hawk. And that's all the Hawks. I'm gonna wait to attack with Aurochs Herd because right now they can double block with like Core Skyfisher and Glinthawk. I want to get enough Aurochs Herds out so that they don't really have profitable blocks. No! Rough. But they traded for just one of the Aurochs and we got plenty more coming down this way. I will pay the Echo because I think this game is basically going to be about us grinding them out. Ooh, man. That's going to be good later. Play Aurochs Herd. Grab yet another Aurochs Herd. Alright, this is the last one. And then we play what I believe is our last Cavalier. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the last one. No great attacks, so we're going to wait. And then we attack with 2 Aurochs Herds at the same time. It's just better that way. Opponent Bajuka Bogs, sure. But they've run through 3 bolts and 2 Galvanic Blasts. And they have 1 card in hand. which I imagine is something like, oh my gosh, okay. Well, this should be dirty. Attack with these guys. Sweet. Let's play another Aurochs Herd this turn, and then we can do the Land War Sentinel combo next turn. Yeah, Test of Faith is dirty. Glinthawk, so they get to draw some cards, but honestly, it's not getting them out of this, unless they're playing like a main deck Sweltering Sandstorm. Maybe they are playing a main deck Sweltering Sandstorm. No, okay. Even if they do that though, that lets me make my Aurochs Herd into a 7/7 trample. Oh gosh, they have 2 Prismatic Strands. Journey to Nowhere targeting an Aurochs Herd probably. Yep, can't stop that. But I still got 2. So they can tap an untapped white creature to prevent all damage that sources of the color of your choice would deal. Alright, that is some dig. Unfortunately, their board state is so big that I can't actually fit it on the screen. I don't know why my specific MTGO does that, but... Well, they're hellbent and tapped out, so... Honestly, just swinging out might even be a decent idea. Probably not. Well, they only have 2/2/3s. Okay, Plains is not ideal. Let's swing in with the Aurochs. Do I attack with anything else? Nah. They're 5/5s. Okay, so they just fog. Oh, I see what they're gonna do. So they can kill one of the Aurochs with Prismatic Strands. It's a really good card. They prevent all damage that green creatures would do, and then they can double block an Auroch. So I think I have to go to the game log for that. Yeah, okay. So they did choose green. So they get bigger, and then they block. Yo, they didn't block! Yo, they could have totally just killed my Aurochs turns. Alright, well, let's do this then. Land War Sentinel. Why, yes, I would. Land War Sentinel. Why, yes, I would. We only get 3, but I can't imagine doing much better than that. So we're down to just a Plains in hand. They have 1 Prismatic Strands left. And I think our best possible draw would be... Oh, Oblivion Ring is really good. I think our best possible draw would be Mystical Teachings. But there's some other good draws. So they eat an Aurochs. There we go. Pentarch Ward, I think, is the out. Give this guy protection from white and then just start beating down. The Prismatic Strands is rough, but we can work with it. Now when I draw teachings, I can go like teachings for teachings for teachings for teachings. Alright, so they Skyfisher. But yeah, like, so our opponent just said, I think that I'll be out of cards before you. And it's like, that is the benefit of playing 420 cards, right? We can grind them out of all their possible win conditions. And then what they do. Now, we need to draw something here. I think if we don't draw anything, we're in trouble. Because their flying army's pretty big. In fact, they probably should be attacking with their flyers. But now I know they're hellbent, so I can make like really profitable blocks. Okay, that's another land. We're at 19. Suppose we just attack in here. I could attack with Land War Sentinels and all that, but now that they have Double Seeker the way, it seems not worth it. It's possible I should have put this on a flyer. In fact, it's almost certainly the case that I should have put it on a flyer. I don't know, I feel like they should be attacking, right? They attack with Core Skyfisher, I triple block? I guess then I swing out and then they're in trouble. So maybe it makes sense. And if they draw Galvanic Blast, they're going to point it at this guy. Alright, see, these are the attacks I was waiting for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I just triple block him, I take a good bit, but I think they should have been attacking like this the whole game. That's a good draw. Let's do that pre-combat, actually. No, I'm just drawing 1 card. Let's attack. 4. So they're definitely going to Prismatic Strands here. But if they name green or white, it doesn't stop all the damage. Oh, they could Prismatic Strands green and then, yeah, double block these Daru Cavaliers. Yeah, so we'll see what color they name. Okay, green makes sense. Yo, you really gotta be blocking with your Prismatic Strands here. I'll tell them after the game is over. Play Yavimaya Elder. Play the land. So we just have Test of Faith. They're at 6. They can hit me for 8 in the air, but they need all their blockers. I think that's game. Forest. So I can attack with Aurochs Herd? Yeah, okay. What do we want now? I need pro red. So we're definitely bringing in this Nightwing Glider. Or Pious Warrior? Well, Pious Warrior's coming in. I like Relic Crush, Gaze of the Gorgon, Blue Elemental Blast, Stinging Shot, Aerial Volley, Crossbow Ambush. What do we get rid of? They do have enchantments. Actually, a lot of our sideboard is good against them. I don't really care about Shroud too much. Yeah, honestly, a lot of these are nice. Capsize, Repulse, Una's Grace. I can get rid of the pro black stuff. Oh, Holy White's bad. Pro black is bad. Sprout Swarm, I guess could get there. What do you even cut now? Like, all these cards are really good. I guess we could just run it back, right? We're only 3 cards above 420, but slightly below the perfect meme ratio. Do I mulligan this? I don't think I can mulligan a hand that has a Rebel. Like, the rest of my hand's pretty bad, but Defiant Falcon's really, really solid. Plus our opponent mulliganed. So if we just draw a green source or a blue source... Uh-oh. Did they just skip their turn? No, opponent! Why you do this? Well, we drew Crypt Incursion, so... Okay, let's draw a forest. This Falcon's probably not long for this world. But, if it stays in play... Oof, that really hurts for the opponent. Ash Barrens gives us the forest that we need. Then I can play forest this turn. Unfortunately, I don't have 4 mana up. Let's play you and then attack for 1. Then if this doesn't die, we can start rebelling it up. It's probably gonna die though. They're probably gonna go like Prophetic Prism. Don't skip your turn again, please. Okay. You're scaring me, man, with your turns. Really thought you were gonna skip your turn there. Then they bolt the bird. Oh, we get to untap! Guys, we get to untap with Rebels in play. What a dream world we're living. Okay, there's another forest. Pass turn. And that is just beautiful right there. So they lightning bolt this Rebel, but we get another Rebel. And I kind of like the 2 toughness. Yeah, I think I like 2 toughness here. Oh, they're gonna bolt this one too. Ooh, Journey to Nowhere. Alright. Well, that's a lot of resources. Let's draw a blue source. Strangling Soot. That is quite powerful. So I can Trailblazer here. We take a bit of damage. I think I gotta get the island. Muldrifter just unlocks a lot more cards. I know it's less likely for us to draw Swamp, but Muldrifter blocks Glinthawk, draws us 2. It just is a lot better. Besides, our opponent's a little stuck on mana for now. Okay, Glinthawk, getting back Prism, replay Prism. Or that works too. So yeah, we're taking a bit of damage here. Crypt Incursion hopefully can gain us some life. Alright, let's evoke Muldrifter, because I have other plays to make this turn. Wow, no land. Alright, I kind of regret that, but next turn we can activate Scout, get the 2/3 flyer that gains life, and then if we hit a land we can play a 3-drop. If we don't hit a land we can just play a Welkin Hawk to like chump block. Either way is decent, unless they bolt the Omru Scout. Okay. Like I said, it's decent unless that happens. Okay. Heliod's Pilgrim. That was a really good draw, I think. 1, 2, 3. Let's go Pilgrim. I can gift up Warzova the Query Trailblazer, but then it just dies so easily. Elephant Guide. Cartouche of Strength could be my best bet. Right, put it on here, kill one of those. But maybe just Spider Umbra on the Trailblazer. It gives it reach, and then I can block. It's a 2/3, and then Welkin Hawk. Because as soon as I draw a black source, I can like Strangling Soot something, Crypt Incursion to gain a bunch of life. And if they don't have a burn spell for the Trailblazer... No! No! My one hope! Oh no. Okay, that's not a bolt. But they have to have something here. They cited in Electrickery, they gotta have like Lightning Bolt. Oh, they don't have it. If they don't attack this turn, we're doing very well. I don't know what could be in their hand besides Lightning Bolts, but you're saying there's a chance. Oh my gosh. Alright, we need to draw black mana or something. Legion Conquistador. Well, that's better than anything else we can do. Just make a bunch of 2/2 ground dudes. I imagine they have burn though. So this gets a lot sketchier late, like very soon. And I targeted correctly. If you misclick and then have to like retarget something, it takes so long. Go up to 8, go down to 7. No attacks, go ahead. Come on deck, give me the black manas. Because they have to bolt the Quirion Trailblazer. They're also running low on time. I would have loved to play game 3, because this is a very interesting matchup. Okay. Block like this. And we'll get another Hawk. I could have double blocked Core Skyfisher, but that seems like just doing more damage to myself is worse. Okay, they didn't have burn. Or they have double Galvanic Blast and they're just going to hit face. That's definitely a possibility. But we have Sylvan Ranger. It's all coming together. Get a black. Alright, we got to close this game out very quickly here. So let's go Swamp. Play this Hawk. And then let's attack on the ground. Pass turn. Then we Strangling Soot. And then we can like Crypt Incursion to gain life. Oh, we might have to Crypt Incursion right now to gain life. They don't have Metalcraft actually. Now they have Metalcraft. Wow, this might actually go really well. Because I'm going to Strangling Soot, kill the Core Skyfisher, block the Glinthawk. I go to 1. And it's a Galvanic Blast. Wow. I can go up to 3. It would be better if I had more dead creatures. I can go exactly up to 4. But not past it. Oh, that was close. That Bajuka Bog. Yeah, no. Opponent thinks they lost, but they still got it. But that means we're going to game 3. They have 1:30 on the clock. Alright. Game 3. Maybe I do want a Gilded Light. I don't think I'm playing Beckon Apparition. We got it. Who needs the rest? Oh, Ivory Giant's really bad. Yeah, this is last game. Alright, so it looks like opponent's just gonna concede round 3. Which means I win! This is a little bit of the downside of playing this deck. But I guess we'll see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Warm Kitten. We're gonna go first. Yeah, this hand's a keep. We got a bunch of Falcons to get Rebels, and we got Wood Elves to grow our mana. Seems good to me. I think, yeah, turn 2 Defiant Falcon. They can kill it, but then Wood Elves can, yeah, even if they kill Defiant Falcon, we still have like unlimited 2/2s, which is, I guess, fine. Hopefully fine. Okay, they're playing Basic Island. I love the artwork. I think that is that Eldraine? I don't know. I don't really keep up on what set symbols look like. Force Spike. Okay. I wonder if this is like Delver or something? I'm just trying to think what decks play Basic Island and like not snow covered. Okay. They got 2. So I'm gonna play Wood Elves. I actually don't care about it too much. Manamorphose is actually kind of nice mana fixing if I draw like a blue card. So they can counterspell Wood Elves, but that's fine. Oh, I see. This opponent's trying to deprive lock us. That's fine. Let's attack for 1. Deprive is really, really bad on like turn 2 because they just time wash themselves. I know there's that so the new island, like you put it into play, and if you have 3 untapped islands, then you can put a instant or sorcery from your graveyard on top. So the combo loop is you play Deprive, you return that land to your hand, and then you counter something, and then you play that land, put Deprive back on top of your deck. So it's pretty good, but Counterspell Lock does nothing against Infinite Rebels. And I probably just won't even cast a spell here. I'm just going to get a Rebel. Because, like, there's no point in running into counter magic, you know? Given that they appear to be mono blue, I think I might just get more flyers. But we'll see what they, like, you know, what they get. Get a Rebel. Good lord. This is the downside here. Alright, what do we want to get? Wrathy Trapper's okay. Armor Scout attacks pretty well. I don't really want even Rift Watcher. Blight Speaker's okay. They don't have black or red, so those aren't that good. And then Saltfield Recluse can be good later. I think I'm just gonna get a 1. I'm just gonna get another flyer, I think. Just start falconing them out. It seems most likely that flyers would be kind of important. So now I can attack and then start getting more rebels, you know. And then hopefully we just draw lands for the rest of the game. And opponent just dies to rebels. Alright, now I think I'm going to get the creature with 2 power. Just so I can attack more. This one, Armor Scout. Good, good. More lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 2 more mana here. Swing for 3. You know, sometimes rebels just get there. They must just have a hand full of counter spells. I can't think of like what else could be in their hand. But we're just gonna keep getting Armor Scouts, because who knows? Maybe I want one. Do I have any ones with 2 toughness? I think at this point I'm gonna get a Saltfield Recluse. That way they can't really easily block my creatures. Having that up seems pretty nice, especially if they like try and spell stutter Sprite. Yeah. Alright. Well, we beat the what I assume to be a counterspell lock deck. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Rob. This hand is really good. Basically any hand with a rebel plus like some interaction I will just keep. Bojuka Bog. So this could be mono black. This could actually be a lot of decks. A lot of decks play Bojuka Bog. Because it's just like really good. I'm gonna go turn 1 forest. Just in case they play like a flyer turn 2. They've stopped in my draw step. So my guess would be control-ish if they're stopping in my draw step. The one downside of playing forest here is I can't go like Amru Scout into counterspell. Okay, so they are control. So I think I'm gonna hold on to Stinging Shot because killing a Muldrifter seems pretty good. Wrathy Trapper, okay. Yeah, I might as well run out the Scout. I know they could like have an Edict or a Disfigure or whatever, but if they don't, then we get to start getting rebels, and that's really good for us. And if they do, we get to play the Woodshaper and hopefully get other stuff. Yeah, like if they're just gonna think twice, sure. Plus it can attack. Okay. And it gets down under counterspell too, which is pretty good. Island. Alright. We just gotta draw a land. I will be cycling Stinging Shot at end of turn, probably. Just to make sure, like, I really, really, really would like to hit 4 mana next turn. Okay, so they're not mono blue. And given that they just got a swamp there, means they're probably not playing that land that puts spells back on top. Murder. Alright, I'm okay with trading that for murder. I think I'm still going to cycle Stinging Shot. It's like a pretty decent sideboard card, but I really want to like hit a land drop so I can play this and like actually start using my hand here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, we are going to get, I pretty much have to get a swamp. Then I can like soul manipulation. Yeah, that seems good. Swamp. Ooh, Sylvan Ranger is nice. So we can go Sylvan Ranger, get an island, and then hold up Capsize, or just play a Wrathy Trapper. That seems pretty good. Or just hold up Counterspell, honestly. I think I'm just gonna hold up Soul Manipulation / Counterspell. I'm not gonna counter Think Twice, but I basically want to get them to tap out. Yeah, that's fine. And playing this 1/1 also plays around Edict effects. Pristine Talisman. I can beat that. I don't actually care about that. So it looks like they're just holding Counterspell, maybe? Sure. Alright. I could Capsize an island, but that just seems pretty aggressive for no reason. So let's go Plains. Attack for 1. Then I think I'm just going to jam a Daru Cavalier here. Because it's like really bad for them to counter it. Like for them. And it just gives us like unlimited value. Get another one. And then we pass turn. Interesting that they're running Murder and not Terminate. But sure. We can build up a board that can definitely get past the Pristine Talismans. We just need to counter their... I imagine they're playing Mystical Teaching, so I just need to counter those. And then we won't have much of an issue. Ooh, Self-Assembler is pretty good. Let's attack for 3. Sure. So now I'm up 1 card and they're down 1 card. I will just do the same thing. Play another Cavalier. Let it resolve. Go ahead. So if they play Teachings, do I counterspell it? I would imagine the answer is yes. But I don't think they have it. Okay. This is going pretty well so far. I mean, we basically just want to draw lands from here on out at this point. What is this much mana? Evenkar's Justice. Well, we definitely have to try and counter that. So they counter. That's okay. Now we can resolve a Self-Assembler. Like, Evenkar's Justice hits us for 2. That's not that bad. Yeah, I think I like Self-Assembler. It's a 4/4. That's just like really big. Self-Assembler. So yeah, opponent has Evenkar's Justice, so our life total is very slightly an issue. But that's only really slightly. Like if they want to do 18 damage over the course of 9 turns, sure. Although it does make my rebels harder to assemble. Okay, so they definitely have Teachings. Alright, we're in for the grind. Teachings for Diabolic Edict, I'm imagining. Ghastly Demise, what is that? Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay. Teachings v Teachings, except mine is a much worse version of Teachings. Okay, Plains was a good draw. I think I'm gonna play the Woodshaper. Actually, let's play another Cavalier, I guess. Getting even more Cavaliers. Go ahead. So, yeah, I don't think they're running any creatures, most likely. So, Soul Manipulation is pretty much just going to get back. Probably Amaru Scout, but we'll see. This is Evenkar's with buyback. Turn target creature. I like Amaru Scout, but it is pretty bad against Evenkar's, so maybe I just get Sylvan Ranger. Because we just need to develop our mana base, basically. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Alright, let's lead on Ranger. And I think I just get a Forest. Play the Forest. Play Self-Assembler. If they counter Self-Assembler, that's a little bad. But at least they're not countering Totem Guide Heartbeast. And they only have so many counter spells. Yeah, basically I want to resolve this guy. Sure. Ooh, are they going to get back Bajuga Bog? They did not. Opponent's not worried about my graveyard. I just need a way to gain life. Forest is a good start. Let's go with Samala Woodshaper. Fairhaven Elf. And I guess I run out Totem Guide Heartbeast now, because then I can get Pentarch Ward, or something that can survive. Or a way to gain life. Basically, I'm kind of worried about them killing my dudes, so a way to gain life would be pretty nice. Spider Umbra, Gift of Orzhova. Yeah, I think I just gotta get Pentarch Ward, maybe. It also trades for a card. Because, like, if I play Armadillo Cloak, they can just kill it. Yeah, let's do this. Pentarch Ward, protection from black. End of turn, they kill something. Or, yeah, Forbidden Alchemy. Basically, they have a spell to cast. What do they put in the graveyard? bunch of lands. They've been to Pristine Talisman, so whatever they found is better than a Talisman. Sure. That is. The exile part is pretty rough on that. Yep. But they're down to 3 cards in hand. Ooh, Test of Faith. Now that's a card. Oh, I need to keep up double white, I think. So let's go Fairhaven Elf plus Test of Faith. That seems pretty good, actually. 1, 2, 3. Let's get a mountain. Put mountain into play, and then we are going to Test of Faith this Fairhaven Elf to make it a 3/3. Sure. Opponent flashes back Think Twice or plays another Alchemy. Also, milling them is a very real possibility with this deck. Alright, Test of Faith here. Oh, I shouldn't have tapped my blue. That was a mistake. So now they have to kill it. Or counter it. Sure. Down to 3 cards, but they do have Teachings Flashback and Think Twice Flashback. Island was not the best to draw. 3, 4, let's play the Cavalier. And I think I'm just going to give the Cavalier Pro Black. And I don't think I have any left to tutor up, right? No. Hit here. Alright, protection from black, let's do it. And I get to draw a card, which is also nice. Fairhaven Elf. So now they're not killing it, right? Unless they just capsize it. Teachings. Okay. Man, if my counterspell had just resolved on their... oh, I guess it's in their hand. The thing that does 2 damage. I don't know how they would have won. Sure, take 2. I just need to find any way to gain life, and we can definitely come back into this game. Fierce Empath might do it. 1, 2, 3. Play you. Oh yeah, Bulwark Giant, that's the one. Yeah, probably Bulwark Giant is what I need. Vidalcan Dismisser doesn't do anything. Riverwheel Aerialist is cool, but... Crescent Tusker, Ivory Giant doesn't do matter. So it's either Bulwark Giant or a bunch of Aurochs. And I think gaining 5 life is probably worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's go for it. They might have a counterspell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bulwark. Prohibit doesn't work. So it has to be the actual card counterspell. Okay. We got a game. Oh man, if I had another mana to capsize, that would have been really good. But we're at 13, so like that's a lot of turns against them. Plus, no, I guess Fierce Empath is gonna die. I was gonna say I can capsize it back, but they're just gonna do 2 to everything. But they didn't have a counterspell last turn, so I can start bouncing these Dimir Aqueducts and really limit their mana. That's probably my next game plan. Chainer's Edict, okay. Yep, he's gone. And they can flash that back as well. But again, all that takes a lot of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're holding up flashback on Teaching. So I kind of want to make them use mana this turn if possible. Drawing Plains is not good. I have no graveyard. Yep, let's play the elf. Getting another blue for capsize. And then we just have to like somehow cut them off of black mana here. They're almost certainly going to Teachings for a counterspell, which is rough. Maybe not. Okay. Alright. I will let them untap then. It's weird they didn't flashback Teachings there. Okay, sure. So now they can do it twice per turn, and that's a pretty fast clock. But we're still gonna go for it. Because I basically need to draw something like this turn. Condescend, maybe? Okay, yeah, they almost certainly have a counterspell here. Devious Cover-Up. Oof. Rough. So capsize is gone, they get to shuffle stuff back. So decking them is not really possible, but if we... Now is our opportunity to draw a Mystical Teachings. Because I can get the card where you gain 2 life for each creature card in your graveyard, and that's just gross. Shuffle back Prohibit, Pristine Talisman, Ghastly Demise, okay. Come on, deck. Teachings. Snake Umbra. We'll go for it. I think it's very unlikely to succeed. But it does get +1/+1, so they can't kill it by normal means. They can just flash back Chainer's Edict, but basically we're kind of counting on them not seeing these lines. Also, they could just double cast Evankar's Justice, I guess. Yep, that'll do it. So I think our only out is drawing Teachings. for gain life equal to creatures in our graveyard at this point. Which is unlikely. It's 8 out of 383 that'll happen. So, yeah, this is more likely. But our deck can, in general, beat Evenkar's Justice. And I would say this is, in general, a good matchup if we, you know, can stop them from Oh, that's game. I was gonna do that first, but now they're doing it. I'm just gonna concede. We're gonna move on here. No real reason to waste time. Alright, against control, I like red Elemental Blast. I don't think blue Elemental Blast is that good. Nightwind Glider Pro Black is definitely better than Lawbringer or Thermal Glider. They have no creatures. Relic Crush seems really good. Whiplash Trap. Basically, I need to get rid of like all the bad removal cards like Scattershot, Strangling Soot. Diabolic Edict maybe is okay. Echoing Decay. Yeah, our sideboard's kind of rough. I guess I'd bring in Stinging Shot because having something with cycling is better than playing like an Exclude. Sure, we'll run it back. Oh, Rally the Peasants has got to be better than Holy Light. No, yeah, I should have brought in Rally instead of Holy Light there. Because Holy Light only kills my creatures. Sure. Springbloom Druid into Muldrifter seems pretty good to me. Skyshroud Sentinel is not at its best. But we do get infinite 1/1, so it plays around the Edict effects nicely. Opponent probably sided into like max Evenkar's Justice. Duress me, I dare you. Ooh. Okay. Amru Scout Pro Black is one way we win this game. Okay, they get their island. Prohibit cannot counter Springbloom Druid without kicker, so I think we can pretty much guarantee that we set up our mana. Diabolic Edict is an unfortunate draw, but these are the nature of the game. Island, sure thing. No! Oh man, we're drawing all our bad corner case cards. Alright, Springbloom Druid. So both of these cards do absolutely nothing in the matchup. Sack this, we're gonna get oh god, this card lags it. We're gonna get Island Plains. Come on. There we go. Go. Next turn, I'm going to invoke Muldrifter, try and hit a land for Amru Scout. Because I want to get all my stuff in play before they can Evenkar's Justice. They're going to play Pristine Talisman, so they're tapped out. So now's my chance. Oh. I think I still... Actually, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the Scout and Skyshroud Sentinel, getting a bunch of 1/1s. Save Muldrifter for later. Oh god, this card's so bad. But it is pressure and it's really good against their edicts. So that's why we play it. They're pretty far away from being able to buy back. It's all of them, full hand. Hit for 1. And I just really want to get the Pro Black Rebel into play. I don't think it's going to survive, yeah. But it was worth a shot. Okay. Lightbringer is about the average draw for this deck. Hit for 2. I don't want to get my Muldrifter countered, but at the same time they have 4 mana up. So let's just play a Lightbringer. Prohibit with kicker is like fine with me. Think twice. Okay. Not as fine. Yeah. This deck has trouble dealing with 2 damage to every creature every single turn. Because all my creatures are 2/2s. Ooh, Welkenhawk is good. It's a 1/1, but it gives us more 1/1s. And yeah, if they're disfiguring those dudes, this is still pretty good for us. Play another Sentinel. Definitely not going to tutor. Play a Hawk. If they counter it, that's better because then no counters for Muldrifter. And if it's in play, that means they have to kill it, and then if they kill it, I get more. It's like a really slow Squadron Hawk. Ooh, main phase Think Twice flashback. I'm fond of that. But Jukabog doesn't do anything. Stinging Shot we can cycle. Let's attack. So do I cycle Stinging Shot, or do I just keep running out Skyshroud Sentinels? I think I start by cycling. Forest is okay. So if they have Evankar's Justice, they have to basically tap out for it. And if they don't have it, then they're dying pretty quickly to my army of 1/1s. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So they basically tap out for Justice. If they don't have it though, this is a lot of damage. That doesn't do it. Okay, so they almost certainly do not have Evankar's Justice. Because that would have been a lot better than playing Ill-Gotten Inheritance this turn. The anemic 1/1 beatdowns might get there. Let's attack. I think now I'm going to head and cast Muldrifter here. If they have exactly Counterspell, that's bad. But if they don't, then we're in business. Alright, Trustworthy Scout is good. We can't actually cast Woodblast Trap yet, but it's better than drawing a random kill spell. So, do they have the card? Evankar's Justice. If they do, then we're in trouble. But if not, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? They don't have it. Some beautiful things are happening here. Ooh, that's a good one too. Okay. Swing out. This might go to game 3. Uh-oh. What could they teachings for that would be good here? I'm scared now. Echoing Truth. So they return my 1/1s to hand? That's fine. They don't have Echoing Decay? Oh, maybe they also have Echoing Decay. Sure. I will lose my Springbloom Druid. So now we go Trustworthy. I guess I play Wild Wanderer first. I'd rather have Trustworthy Scout get countered. Wild Wanderer gets us the double blue that we need for Whiplash Trap. I guess I don't really care about Whiplash Trap, so let's get a Swamp. No, double blue gives us Counterspell too, which is really good. Trustworthy Scout. We can discard one of those Sky Shroud Sentinels. Oh no, discard Lava Storm. That seems absolutely terrible in this matchup. So opponent's taking 8 right now. If they have Justice this turn, teachings, we might do it. Ghastly Demise, they get to kill my 3/2. So one thing I could do is Diabolic Edict myself if they have another like Echoing Truth or something. Shelter, now we're talking. Alright, let's attack. Let's go Sends Enlistment into the Sentinel. Just hope they don't have it. Even if they do have it though, they basically have to tap out every single turn. Please don't have it. They didn't have it last turn. They only drew 1 card. Yes! And they were gonna time out. Okay, I know they scooped the match, but that was a legitimate match win because there's no way their deck could close out a game in 5 minutes. Oh man, that's a good start for this deck. Yeah. So I know, we don't get to play match 3 and like whatever, but with 5 minutes, there's almost no way they could finish the game. That's amazing. All right, this deck looks like a lot of fun. See you guys next time, or next round. All right, we're playing against Sean John. We win the die roll. Let's go first. Yeah, this hand is quite powerful, actually. The old turn 1 Stinging Shot. This card is really good in the right matchups. In fact, I feel like this card is just worth playing. Maybe main deck in Pauper right now, because there's just so many flyers running around, and to kill them for 1 mana is really nice. Right, I'm going to guess mono black. So probably going to cycle Stinging Shot turn 2, but it depends on what they have. Howling Wolf, that's the card we needed. Oh man, this deck is amazing. If they're control, this is actually a problematic hand for them because like, how do they deal with infinite 2/2s? They don't. Doomed Dissenter. We got a game on our hands. I think I'm going to cycle Stinging Shot. I think it's really unlikely they're playing flyers if they're playing Doomed Dissenter. It's probably like mono black Aristocrats or something. Cycle here. Ooh, okay. Battalion Foot Soldier, much better than Howling Wolf. And there's our Forest. So now we can go Forest Civic Wayfinder for a Plains. There we go. Go ahead. I think we're gonna do it. Yep, they're mono black. Chittering Rats. Yo, that's fine. Put you on top. I think I will block here. Because they probably have sacrifice outlets anyway. So just like not taking damage seems to make sense. Plus I'll have 2/2s to block anyway. And as weird as this might sound, so I got this Plains. I'm gonna ramp up to 6 mana because then we can double Battalion Foot Soldier. Although I don't think I'm getting another Plains. I think I'm getting a Swamp. We can also just play River Wheel Aerialists next turn, depending on what they show. Alright, get Swamp. Go. Because we're just trying to survive until the late game. They sent me a message. They probably saw my deck size. What costs 4 mana? Victim of Night, sure. Doom Dissenter. Alright, we'll take some damage here. So I think Plains is a pretty good draw, because then we can play 2 Battalion Foot Soldiers. Forest was not a good draw. So I can play the Aerialists, but that just seems worse. I kind of want to get down this Howling Wolf. And then next turn I can play Howling Wolf and Battalion Foot Soldier. Definitely say yes. Oh boy. Computer's chugging hard here. It shouldn't be that hard. My library's not that big. Oh no, I clicked the wrong one. Every time. Alright. We got him. We got all 3. All the wolves. Let's play this forest. Go ahead. Honestly, I don't know how the opponent beats this. We have basically infinite 2/2s here. Unless they can like outrace us somehow. Or they play the big guy that whenever a creature dies, I lose a life. That would be bad. Yep. That's why... Rixine Rager, okay. And that's why we didn't play River Wheel Aerialists. Because Doomblade is so bad so good against it. Do I block Doom Dissenter? I think so. Again, we're gonna have to block it eventually, so might as well do it now. Oh, wow. Yeah. You're gonna have to slog through a lot right now. Island. Play the Conquistador. I play the Conquistador to play around Victim of Night. Why, yes, I will. Get 1. Get 2. And for the third one, we're gonna click correctly. Easy game. Go ahead. My hand is full. So they swing out. I want to keep the Quirion Trailblazer to play around an Edict effect. So it's an interesting question. Do we want to play around Unearth or something else? I think I'm going to play around the Ninjutsu creature, because that would be a lot worse than them just unearthing a Chittering Rats. Like, I don't really care about that. Festering Mummy, sure. Ooh, okay. So I go down to 6. I really need to find some life gain. But they have to lose a creature to do that, so maybe they don't even do that. Alright, so Quirion Trailblazer is now an 0-1. Sure. We fall to 6. We have a lot of blockers. We need them to not play another creature. No, stop. Stop. All their good creatures cost 3 though, so that's important. Oh, that's a really good creature. Alright. That's also a really good creature. So now we can go Yavimaya Elder into Legion Conquistador. We take 1 this turn. And we already have the max Conquistadors. But they're hellbent. We have infinite chump blockers. We just need to draw, like, Mystical Teachings. No, stop drawing stuff. What is this? Okay, that's not the end of the world. I think I just want to discard the 1 Howling Wolf, 1 Conquistador. Yeah, Mind Rot's actually pretty bad against us. That's a weird attack. We double block. We chump block. Alright, we get our mana finally. So let's get Mountain Plains, I think. Ooh, it's chugging. God, searching your library takes so long. Any effect that searches for 2 lands like really lags up the computer. Hang on. Alright, we got it. Mountain Plains. Ooh, Aurochs Herd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So next turn we can play Aurochs Herd. This turn we're just gonna play the cards they know about, which are Howling Wolf. Say no. Actually, I'm just gonna play the Foot Soldier. I want to fill my hand up with discardable creatures. Well, yes, I will. Get 1. Man, this deck is beautiful. Get 2. And the 3rd, we got it. We're getting better at this. Got him. Go ahead. So if they swing out, I think I just block everything. And then next turn I can play like Aurochs Herd plus Legion Conquistador. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Aurochs Herd. Give me some Aurochs. Then we're gonna play the Amru Scout. Get some protection from black creatures here. I'm on board. Get you. Let's go land, play the Scout. So if they don't draw a removal spell this turn, they basically lose. Because we can exile a black creature, we can give stuff pro-black. I'm going to save the black exile for the 4-drop that whenever a creature dies, each opponent loses 2 life. Okay. I will block you with everything. Cool, cool. I think they lose. So we can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can play an Aurochs Herd and still Amru Scout. So that seems best. I'm gonna hold back blockers for 1 more turn, and then I'll start attacking with these Aurochs, because we can finish them really quickly. And we're at 6, so it's really hard for our opponent to do 6 damage. It's +1/+0. Oh, maybe I do attack here. Because I still have 3 blockers. Yeah, I'm gonna attack. Good, good. Alright, go ahead. With the board clear, they're basically dead. Like, there's no way they can beat this, I don't think. Gets Verdict. Alright, I will lose my Battalion Foot Soldier. I don't think I have any rebels that gain life. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, now that I'm at 7, it's like really hard for them to kill me. Oh man. 3, 4, 5, 6. Play another Aurochs. Then we get more rebels. Yeah, we basically have infinite cards in hand at this point. Alright, this is the last Aurochs. Let's hit for 6. Alright, what else do you got here? Because we're about to hit 4. This will be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Deadweight, they're not killing the Amru Scout. That's interesting. Alright, let's get pro-black. Lightbringer. No, I want Nightwind Glider. Alright. This is like a very common tutor target. The card's so good. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 10, 11, 12. So no point attacking with this Scout. Now we can play the last Aurochs Herd. Still holding up Amru Scout, and that should just do it. Oh man, this deck is fun. When it gets going, this deck does really, really dirty things. I mean, we could get 3 Sky Shroud Sentinels, unlimited rebels, right? Okay, we win the match. They scooped the whole match. Nobody's willing to grind out more games than 1. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Noga. We're gonna go first. And this hand works. This hand's actually pretty nice if we can draw 1 more land. I mean, ideally 2 more, but we have double rebels, so even if they kill 1, we can start rebelling. Legion Conquistador has tons of card advantage, and then maybe maybe we get to Ancient Grudge, who knows. And opponent mulligan to 6. Alright, let's just draw some lands here. I mean, you don't mulligan these hands. Terramorphic. So much worse than Evolving Wilds. Although that artwork is quite fantastic. Snow-covered mountain. Well, that means Sagittarius Volley might be good. I'm going to play Amru Scout just because it attacks for more damage. I'm guessing this is Jeskai. Yeah. Oh, that's new. Land. No! Well, we drew our Mystical Teachings at least. If they've main deck Electricity, we're in trouble. Yeah, and Mystical Teachings is pretty good. Snow-covered forest. Alright, it's not Jeskai. This is some brew. Burning Tree, Emissary, Arishan Cleric. Is this, yeah, Tetmos High Priest. That's what I was gonna say. That's pretty sweet. I will take it. Putting cards in their graveyard is bad. We need to hit a land, like, right now. Okay, there's a land. Let's play the Conquistador. Get some more Conquistadors. 1, 2, 3. Attack for 1 in the air. And then as soon as we draw a land, we can start rebelling. They scred the Legion Conquistador. They're getting aggro. Okay. I respect it. Let's draw a land, play Wild Wanderer, get more lands in play. Mold Shambler. Okay. Play another 2/2. Say no. I guess I could have double blocked the Tetmost High Priest, huh? Maybe I'll do that this turn. Although losing both of my rebels seems really bad. But we do have Mystical Teachings. Okay. I'm going to double block like this. Take 3. This forces them to scred one of my creatures. I could triple block. Triple blocking would have been interesting. But then I would have lost, again, both my rebels. Down to 11. Land. Okay. Forest. Play Wild Wanderer. Wild Wanderer gets an island. I could attack with the Scout, but I don't think I'm going to win through, like, a little bit of damage. Either we're going to win the game a lot, or not. I think that's kind of how this deck works. Astrolabe not good. That means they have Fixing. They're also stalled on mana too. Glinthawk bouncing the Astrolabe. Yeah. Maybe Astrolabe should be banned. It is like really broken. Yep, draw another card. So next turn I can just pass. Ideally we draw a land. And then I can just pass. Attacking with a 2/2. I think I have to take it. We can pass with Teachings plus Ancient Grudge up, which should be good. Okay. So I can either Teachings with Grudge, or I can just cast a Kicked Mold Shambler on their, like, mountain. I think I'm gonna pass. Also, Amru's Scout for, like, a blocker for the Glinthawk is pretty good. I can get the 2/3 that gains life. Also, hopefully they play another Glinthawk, and then I kill this in response. Alright, so let's search for a Rebel. And I would like to hold up... I guess I can't Grudge. Yeah, I actually don't have mana. But I can activate Bant Panorama. Alright, let's get even Riftwatcher. Block the Glinthawk. So they can return it to hand? Double Tetmost High Priest. Okay, they're just like some weird Tetmost High Priest aggro deck. It seems sweet. I'm gonna get another Plains, I believe. This goes down to 2. Sylvan Ranger was pretty good. Oh man, if I get enough red mana, I can Teachings for a lot. I kind of want to just cast a Mold Shambler. There's like a lot of decisions here. They have 1 card in hand. It's probably got to be Sylvan Ranger. Plus activate Amru Scout or Teachings for like a Fog. And this is going to get... I think I got to get a Mountain. Even though I know I need black for Teachings Flashback. It's past turn. So we have Ancient Grudge, Amru Scout, and Teachings up. This is kind of how the deck should run. Gift of the Fae. So +2/+1 against flying. They get back the Glinthawk, but they sacrifice it. I don't think I can Ancient Grudge here. I think I have to basically wait and like cycle a Resounding Silence or something. Alright, just those. So let's see. I block here, and I can either tutor up a Rebel or chump block there. I think playing Teachings is probably just better. So yeah, we're gonna chump, gain some life, kill this one, and then chump block here. Okay. So they play the Fairy Guide Mother. Lead the Stampede is really good too. So they just got a High Priest. Okay. I can Teachings for Moment's Peace. That'll keep me alive for like a really long time. Okay. They scooped the match. Everyone keeps scooping when I'm winning. I was definitely going to win that game because I was going to Teachings, grab Moment's Peace. Then I would have Fog up. I was going to like double Legion Conquistador. I think I definitely had that up. Super unfortunate that they keep scooping, but it is what it is. See you guys next round. Alright, playing against Binary Zero, we're going to go first. This hand has Teaching, so I pretty much have to keep it. We also have Ivory Giant. This card's in here. Wow, that artwork is glorious. I mean, I'm going to suspend it turn 1, but it's really in here as a way to give us like a tutorable effect that can punch through damage. But I'm not opposed to just playing a 1-mana 3/4 with haste. I mean, it's going to take a while, but Also, Test of Faith is busted. 2 mana, prevent the next 3 damage that will be dealt. And then for each damage prevented this way, put a counter on it. So, like, if they try and bolt your guy, their bolt turns into +3/+3 forever. And then they can't bolt it anymore. Like, that's just so good. Alright. We, kind of want to draw a green source here. I'm guessing my opponent's on mono black. Yeah, that seems to be right. Well, fortunately, we have some pretty good cards against mono black. Especially with the Rebels. We have the one that has protection from black, and then the one that can exile black permanents. There's our forest. I'm not going to show the forest. No, I will show the forest. I have some double green cards, so now opponent's like, what is going on? 3-color Ivory Giant deck. That is exactly what's going on. So what do we Mystical Teachings for in the dark? Chittering Rats? Yeah. Put back Edict. Ivory Giant gets closer. Let's play Wild Wanderer. I think having more mana is just better for us. I know they can easily kill this, but I'm gonna get a Swamp so then I can play Diabolic Edict at least. Also for Mystical Teachings flashback. There's just a lot of reasons. So this almost certainly gets disfigured, and then they're gonna Sign in Blood themselves. These are all my predictions, by the way. Or just more rats. Okay. Do I want to draw one of these cards? Test of Faith actually seems kind of bad here. Actually, yeah, because none of their spells really do damage. Disfigure and Defile both give -X/-X. And if I try and go for like block Test of Faith, that could be good. But I think we can do better. So we're just going to put this on top. Yeah, figured that would happen. So we Teachings on upkeep. Trying to think what I even have. That's the hard part about this deck, is like knowing what you can find. Because I would really like to draw a land. And I think I have to hold open black mana here for Diabolic Edict, but I just want to shuffle away Test of Faith, basically. So we're trading it for a random card. And we gotta figure out what we're even doing here. Strangling Soot is really powerful. If I draw a red source, we can kill 2 things. Shelter, Soul Manipulation, Resounding Silence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty far away from cycling that. Moment's Peace, Lava Storm, I like it. I think I'm just gonna get another Mystical Teachings for now. And then we gotta draw a land. Oh, that's kind of like a land. Sets us up for next turn. Really hoping to avoid another Chittering Rats. Bajuka Pog! Yo! Alright, that's fine. We probably weren't going to have mana to flashback all these teachings anyways. Take 2, or take 4. So we're going to probably Civic Wayfinder for... Oh boy. That card's tough to beat. It's cool though, because I can get the Monarch back with the Ivory Giant. Because we're going to tap down all their creatures. Ooh, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I draw a land... Holy cow, wait, yeah, if I draw a land, I can Mystical Teachings for Moment's Peace here. This might actually be really good. Land. Alright, well I still have to attack. I need a 1-mana Fog in this deck, I think. Because that would be so good right now. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna check the deck list really quick. No, unfortunately I don't. So that's definitely something to include. Let's go with Civic Wayfinder and then Diabolic Edict, I guess. Wayfinder is going to grab probably Mountain. That way I can Strangling Soot. Mountain, and I kind of just want to Edict them right now. So now they have to either kill my creature or swing out to try and hit the Monarchy. I don't know, we might actually be able to maintain this, we'll see. There's the land. 1 turn too late. Sacrifice a creature and loses 1 life. Okay, let's sacrifice... that's actually interesting. So, if I sacrifice Ivory Giant... So if I sacrifice Civic Wayfinder, they just attack with 1 creature, get the Monarchy back. They probably attack with Chittering Rats, and then they keep drawing cards. If I sacrifice Ivory Giant, and they don't have another removal spell, I think, honestly, I'm going to do this. I know Ivory Giant's the better creature, but if they don't have a way to kill Civic Wayfinder, then they have to swing with both. Then we just take the damage. Oh, okay, well. None of my decisions mattered. Yeah, Mystical Teachings could have... If we'd hit a land, could have done something there. But we have a lot of draws, like Squadron Hawk would be amazing. Sumala Woodshaper. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can play the Woodshaper and then I have 3 mana left for one of my creatures. Or I can play Korean Trailblazer. Problem is that doesn't block very well. I think I gotta go with Woodshaper, and I gotta hit one of my 3 mana guys that get a bunch of other 2/2s. Pilgrim's Eye, Defiant Falcon. If Defiant Falcon survives, that can get really good, because we can give protection from black. But Pilgrim's Eye is probably just better. Because they're gonna kill anything no matter what, and Pilgrim's Eye gets us a second red, maybe? Let's see, what do I want to tutor up next turn? Branching Bolt, no. Lava Storm is what I'm thinking of. Hypothesis was also interesting. Keep Watch. I think I'm gonna get the second mountain, just to make Lava Storm a possibility. And now if they swing with both, basically they have to kill Pilgrim's Eye if they want to maintain the Monarch. Because I will trade the Woodshaper with Chittering Rats. Okay. Alright, definitely trade off here. Okay. They have to use Defile on Pilgrim's Eye, that's good news. The bad news is they're still drawing a card every single turn. Phew, okay. Now their hand is full. Ooh, Aurochs Herd, now that's a card. 2, 3, 4, 5. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably just so much more mana efficient here to play the Trailblazer and then Mystical Teachings. So we're gonna do that. Aurochs Herd is sweet, but it's just so likely they have a way to kill it. They have like Chainer's Edict they can flash back, or like any kind of Edict effect. So playing this 1/2 basically means they have to make a sacrifice this before they can kill the Aurochs Herd. I'm gonna get... What do I want here? Maybe a second blue? Sure. Play Mountain. Pass turn with Teachings up. They know we have Teachings. Also, opponent's at 13. Probably they're just going to play like a double Chittering Rats here or something. And then follow it up with Grey Merchant. But, okay. They are falling low. So here's the question. Do I want to draw the Aurochs Herd? I think the answer is yes. So I'm going to Teachings in response. So they have a bunch of 2/2s. Alright, what can we get? So Strangling Soot costs 9, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can play and flash back Strangling Soot. That's a good option. Ooh, here we go. Wait. I can emerge unscathed, giving Korean Trailblazer protection from black. So that costs 1. Mystical Teachings flashback costs 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can Mystical Teachings flashback for Moment's Peace. That might be my best bet here. Sure. So Aurochs Herd goes on top. I take 1. Oh wow, they didn't even attack. Okay, turn off. So these are my exiled. Okay, so we draw a card we know. Give you protection from black. Pro black. Now we attack. Beautiful, we get the Monarch. And now, I guess we can just Mystical Teachings at instant speed, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2. And this way we get to see what we draw. Ooh, Totem Guide Heart Beast. Now we're talking. That can get a enchantment that gains life. Sure. Man, I really want to get that Firestorm, the thing that does 2 damage to each attacking creature. But I can't afford to take this much damage. Also, opponent's down to 10. Like, no! Oh, but they're tapped out. Okay, so I can still get the Monarch back. So they get 1 card draw here. Can I kill them? Oh man, this deck is so hard to play. So I can Totem Guide Heartbeast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get something to play for 3 mana. Okay, we are going to probably Fog. Is Grey Merchant lethal? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's say I play Totem Guide Harpies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. If I draw a land, then I can Armadillo Cloak my Query and Trailblazer and still Fog. But I think I just have to do this right now. 5, 6. Flashback Teachings. Ooh, actually, Gnaw to the Bone could be interesting. Gnaw to the Bone is definitely interesting. Gilded Light gives me Shroud. I don't care about that. It's either that or Moment's Peace. So Gnaw to the Bone gains me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 life. I think I'm gonna get that. Shelter, Sprout Swarm, Whispers, White Mane Lion. Yeah, we're gonna get Gnaw. So I was gonna Fog, but because they already have the Monarch, there's no reason. So this comes back, gives me Pro Black, I can attack in. Yep, target you. Pro Black. Ooh, Muldrifter is good too. So I think I definitely have to attack here. We become the Monarch. We evoke a Muldrifter. Play Plains. So I just need Gnaw to the Bone. Up. Yeah, this might not go so well. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can't cast anything that I really want to cast here. So I guess we just gotta play Trustworthy Scout. I don't know, maybe finding Gnaw to the Bone was worse than not finding it, but opponent's at 9, and we can probably push through lethal with this Totem Guide Heartbeast. I have to remember what we have to tutor. Double green would have been really nice there. Alright, they play Grey Merchant. That's a problem. I think I might still be dead, I'm not sure. I'm at 15, then I fall down to, I believe, like 7 or something. And then I block here and I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not lethal. Unless they have a removal spell. No, I take 7, right? 1, 2, yeah, I think I'm dead. Exactly dead. Oh, and they have a kill spell. Alright. On to game 2. Okay, let's bring in double Lightbringer, Nightwind Glider. We can get rid of, let's see, Ancient Grudge is really bad. Aw, man. Alright, we are playing against Roshenas, and we gotta mulligan this. Can't keep one-landers. This hand, on the other hand, we actually have a very straightforward mulligan decision. I mean, we definitely keep, and we get to put Legion Conquistador on the bottom, and then we just get to draw it anyway, so that's some good value. Yeah, you can't mulligan this hand on the draw. It looks like we're mono white, which is also kind of sweet. Opponent's on that snow-covered life. Forest was a great draw. Honestly, Pentarch Ward naming green against some green decks could just win the game. Alright, so there... Is this Boggles? Or is this the person I played against who was Tetmos High Priest? I don't know. Repulse. I haven't seen that card in forever. That's a good card. Go ahead. So, what would be a great draw? Island? Island would be a great draw. Now I don't know what's going on over there, but I like it. Forest. Alright, I'm just going to run out Conquistador. If they counter it, so be it. Oh, they don't have a counter spell, so that's good. Oh, they could have Mana Tithe. That would be funny. I would accept my fate if they Mana Tithed this, but they did not, and now I get infinite value. I'm just gonna grab 2. I don't want to discard. Go ahead. Next turn, I probably just play a Core Cartographer and getting a Plains. Very curious what's going on over there, though. What did they scry? 2 cards on bottom. Alright. What is like 4-color snow over there? Although they already played a land. Just running out the old Core Skyfisher. Man, if I can draw an island to repulse that, that would be pretty sweet. But very unlikely. I think I still wait. I kind of want to develop my mana here because now turn 4 Core Cartographer into turn 5 2 3-drop seems like a stronger sequence. Plus, we don't know, maybe they play an Astrolabe next turn. No attacks, go ahead. We could also jam a Mammoth Umbra. I really don't know what their deck is doing, but it has all the components of a Jeskai deck, except with a random forest. Which could be like a sideboard for like Ancient Grudge or something maybe. Alright, well, they didn't play an Astrolabe, so let's bounce their Skyfisher. Ooh, Howling Wolf, alright. Got unlimited value now. Attack for 4, play another Legion Conquistador, grabbing the last Conquistador. And I think I'm going to wait on Llanowar Sentinel for as long as possible. Because playing this for 2/3s is not the best, but if you can get like 3 or even 4, that's just insane. Opponent sent a message. Oh, they finally figured it out. Alright, now opponent knows we got the 400 card deck, so they can lose. Yeah, like, if you're using all this removal on 2/2s, you're in for a rough time. If we draw a land, we can go Howling Wolf into Legion Conquistador. Nice Skyfisher, bounce a land. Pretty big tempo hit, bouncing lands with core Skyfisher. There's our land. Alright, let's play some Howling Wolves. So I'm gonna go down to 4 cards off this Legion Conquistador. So I believe I can actually just tutor up all of them, right? This puts me up to 8, then down to 7, yeah. Get the last wolf. Got them all. Play the last Conquistador. I love this so much already, regardless of what happens. 5 mana, Muldrift. Alright, things are getting real now. But can they even attack? I don't think so. Forest was very good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can actually Pentarch Ward giving pro... The thing is, Skred still kills it. And pro white would make Mammoth Umbra fall off. Well, I think I still do this. Force them to basically journey to nowhere, my Legion Conquistador. Which is not the best thing you want to be doing. Play another dude. We already have all 4, so we will not be searching. Man, if I hit another land and I can play 4 Llanowar Sentinels in 1 turn, that's gonna be... Opponent's at 11! Like, their life total is not high. Alright, so Pro Red would have maybe helped, but Skred just traded with the Mammoth Umbra. They didn't even get to kill the creature. So, like, sure. Okay, Plains is not the best. Let's go ahead and play Howling Wolf. And I already have 4 wolves, so not gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go for this Pentarch Ward. If they have Burn, sure. But I'm just gonna give it pro white. Yeah. So it was a 2-for-1, but they bolted my 2/2. I don't know, maybe that could have been bad. No attacks. That's a problem. So they are just Jeskai who's playing green for whatever reason. But they're at 11. Maybe they're playing green for Weather the Storm. Yeah, their 1 mana draw 4 is a lot better than our like 12 mana draw 4s. There's their Astrolabe. Things are getting sketchy now. No! That was okay, but I can run this out now, and they have to counter it. Yeah, that's actually not so bad. Exclude was rough. Another Howling Wolf. Counterspelling my Howling Wolf. They must have a lot of counterspells. Okay. Oh, Ephemerate, Ephemerate, Ephemerate. How I have not missed you. So now they basically get infinite spells. They're still at 11 though. There are some draws we could do to get out of this, but they can Archaeomancer Ephemerate to just fill their hand with counterspells now. That's not particularly great for us. Ash Barrens was good. We can play Howling Wolf. They can counter it if they want. Wow, they just actually have another counterspell. I guess at this point I should probably attack. I lose 1 creature and I hit them for a decent amount of damage. And I can Llanowar Sentinel for another Llanowar Sentinel if they like block Ephemerate Archaeomancer. So that's not the end of the world. I don't quite get max value, but yeah. Oh, interesting. They don't even want the counterspell. Well, they take 2, they fall to 9. We're doing pretty good so far. So I can get 2 Llanowar Sentinels, but they have 3 blockers, and that's just not that good. So let's just like hope that they tap out of counterspells. Maybe I'm gonna get a Swamp for Mystical Teachings flashback. And we just gotta out top deck the Jeskai Ephemerate player. Unlikely. I think that's very, very unlikely to happen. Yeah, I don't know how you beat this deck without counter spells. Getting back Skred. Okay, well they don't have a counter spell, so maybe we could just get like an army of Llanowar Sentinels. Oh my gosh. Okay, they have more Ephemerates. So on their upkeep, they're going to get 2. Oh, this is rough. Alright, deck, what do we need? Forest would be our best land. Who are you? Alright, let's do this. If they have counterspell, we probably just have to concede. So, I think what I've concluded with this deck is we can outgrade any deck that is semi-infinite card advantage. Ephemerate is literally infinite card advantage. And like we can't, there's no way we can outgrind that because it's infinite. There's all our Llanowar Sentinels. Player planes past turn. I think they can literally kill all of them on their turn though. Because they're getting double Ephemerate rebound. Right, so Ephemerate gets Ephemerate. And then Ephemerate gets Ephemerate. They get 2 Skreds off the Ephemerates. They kill 2 of my creatures. They get to double Ephemerate. Oh, this card is very dumb. So for those wondering for why I think this card is ban-worthy, I think this game goes to show exactly why Ephemerate should not be in the meta. They are just... So I played 1, 2, basically 3 Ancestral Recalls, as long as another, like, you know, a bunch of other cards. I had a bunch of tempo plays. And my opponent just, at this point now, has infinite counterspells, infinite Skreds, infinite Lightning Bolts. And I can't do anything about it. Welkin Hawk, alright. On to game 2, if they even play game 2. So we definitely want Red Elemental Blast, Stinging Shot, Relic Crush, Gaze of the Gorgon maybe could get there, but probably not. Aerial Volley, I guess Blue Elemental Blast counter stuff. We can get rid of... Lava Storm's pretty bad. Holy Light, a lot of their creatures are white. They don't have any red creatures. And Lightbringer exiling black doesn't do anything. So, sideboard like that. Alright, we can do this. I believe. We need a great hand. This is a very good hand. We got some opportunity for top decks. We don't have Disruption though, and Disruption is key in this matchup. Alright, my opponent kept 7. So we get to probably just run out of turn 3 Yavimaya Elder. It depends on what they do. Although I guess turn 3 Wood Elves lets us play turn 4 Yavimaya Elder with activation up. And maybe that's just better. That's probably just better. Fairhaven Elf. That's even better than Wood Elves. I can get a... What do I even want against them? I guess I get the first planes. Yep, they got their Astrolabe. Okay, we're gonna go Island, Fairhaven Elf. At this point, I guess I get a Swamp now, because we have like all of our colors. Go. Ooh, they end of turn Brainstorm locked themselves too. I mean, maybe their hand is just completely busted and then it doesn't matter. Here comes the Skyfisher, bouncing the Astrolabe, replaying Astrolabe. I've seen this before. I know what I'm playing against. Plains, alright. This is not the best sequence of draws, but I think I resolve Yavimaya Elder. I can either play Yavimaya Elder or like double Wood Elves. Actually, let's go Wood Elves into Yavimaya Elder. That makes the most sense. It's a good compromise of all of them. Then we just need to draw some good stuff. Obviously, Mystical Teachings would be the best. Go ahead. How do they preordain? One bottom, one top. As always. I should just assume that's what's happening. Good lord! Ugh. Alright, well. Electrickery is pretty gross. I'm gonna get double blue and then a mountain, I guess. Electrickery, huh? Alright, my hand is full, but it is full of lands. Alright, we need a spell here. Mystical Teachings, come on. No! Wood Elves get a forest. We're flooding just a little bit. Wait, we haven't drawn a single... I don't think we've drawn a single non-land card, actually. We drew one Fairhaven Elf. That's unfortunate. Again, this deck does well. with a lot of lands, but this is something else. This is Evoke Muldrifter, maybe? We're hoping they are stuck on mana, and then I just top deck Mystical Teachings. I guess they are stuck on mana, but they probably have Counterspell. But if I can Mystical Teachings on their upkeep, Skittering Surveyor, oh my gosh. That's quite a few land. What do I even get here? Guess maybe double red? Is the double red card even in my deck anymore? I think I cut it, but Branching Bolt is in the deck, and that's worth it. So let's do that, play a Mountain, go. We just have unlimited mana. Yep. Well, the bright side about this is, if they don't hit a land, they have to discard a whole lot, and they don't get to Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Okay, this is my turn. They don't have Counterspell Magic mana up. I have to draw a spell. Come on, deck, give me a spell. Alright. It's definitely going to die, but that's something. Go. If Defiant Falcon survives, then we got a chance. I would say there is a 0% chance of that happening, considering they just bolted my Skittering Surveyor. See, that's interesting. Electrickery wouldn't be good against my deck in general. But now they have Counterspell up, and that's a lot of manas. We'll say that. Again, this is the downside of playing a 420 card deck. You can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mana and 6 spells. Yep, this is going to be Ephemerate, isn't it? Alright, we can still draw Mystical Teachings. If we Mystical Teachings, we can get Resounding Silence. We can cycle exile both of those and then flashback Teachings. Like, honestly, Mystical Teachings at this point is still a very live draw. Leave no trace. Interesting. We did it! Okay, wait. We might actually have a shot here. Let's cast this. Okay, the game has been opened up, guys. I think I can Teachings for Teachings, right? I can take... the problem is they could have a lot of bolts. They only used 1 lightning bolt on me. What do I even get here? Strangling Soot can kill both of their guys. Stinging Shot. Scatter Shot's not as good. Resounding Silence can exile both. Repulse is fine. Oh, can I Teachings for Reaping the Graves? Teachings for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Now that's interesting. Teachings for Teachings. We play a land. And then I can Teachings again. I can get Weather the Storm to gain some life. But probably just Strangling Soot on the Muldrifter would do it, right? Branching Bolt would be really nice, but that doesn't do it. Ancient Grudge is okay. Yeah, I think Strangling Soot's probably my best bet. Exile you right now. Oh, they could have Ephemerate. So, yeah, if they have Ephemerate here, that's really bad. So I guess I don't want a Strangling Soot just yet. But that stops them from going with Ephemerate end of turn. Alright, let's kill this. They probably counter it. Oh, okay. Did they side out all their counter spells, maybe? Mystical Teachings means we're like somewhat live, unless they just bolt us. Archaeomancer getting back, Ephemerate. Yep. But if they just Ephemerate Archaeomancer, then I can just kill it with Strangling Soot. Okay. So let's pass turn. They actually can't Ephemerate Archaeomancer unless they have 2 copies. They do have a lot of mana up though, and that's kind of rough. So they're just going for Ephemerate on Archaeomancer. What do I want a Teachings for? 3, 4, 5, 6. This does not feel like they have a counter spell. So I can get Branching Bolt. That's gotta be my best. Basically I have to play as if they have no counter spells. Creature with flying and without flying. Please let this resolve. No, they have the counter spell. Fine. That was my best shot. Because now they get back counter spell. And then I take a bunch of damage. Yeah, it was a good run. The other option could have been getting like Resounding Silence, but I need to like actively do something to the board because I'm just gonna die to them attacking me, which I don't love. Oh, they're tapping down to just 1 counter spell though. Unless no, they don't have double bolt. Okay. I mean, we've drawn only lands, so that's a little rough. Strangling Soot. Let's see, I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I can Strangling Soot the Archaeomancer. I guess I do that on their upkeep, because they're going to target with the Ephemerate Rebound. And then I have to Teachings for like a Weather the Storm. Kill you. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can basically only Teachings for Weather the Storm. That's a little rough, because then I'm just top decking again. Pulse of Marasa. Okay. So, okay. I think I have to let that resolve. They're gonna get Lightning Bolt. Then I can, like, Weather the Storm in response to Lightning Bolt. Oh no, they have double mana up. That's not good. Astrolabe. Do you think I can make them bolt me here? I'm gonna Teachings. 6. Unfortunately, I cannot Teachings for a Teaching, so I have to draw something good. Alright, so they did bolt me. Alright. They have to know I have Weather the Storm in my deck. So now if I draw another Teachings, then we have a shot. Okay. These games have been interesting, despite me losing pretty hard. I mean, I don't think I've ever come this close to winning a game that I've flooded this badly before. And now that our Archaeomancer Ephemerate loop is kind of broken up, so now if I draw a kill spell, then we're in business. Or another Teachings. It's very unlikely, but any spell. Okay. Oh god. Why me? And now we just take a lot of damage. They still have 6 cards in hand, so... Alright. Resounding Silence. Aerial Volley? That's a real card. Alright, so we kill one. Ooh, they use a counter spell. I mean, that probably means they have more, but Resounding Silence would be really, really good. Because they can't counter it. That's bad. Alright, deck, I need to spell, like, right now. Come on, that's really bad flood right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm dead next turn, so I don't even know what I could draw at this point. They almost certainly have a counterspell or something. Alright. Oh man. That was a good game though, all things considered. That's a lot of land. Like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18 land. And I mean, I guess Teachings got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So the only I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spells in 15 turns. That seems right. See you guys next round.